Alright, and hello everyone, it is me, Jay Burns, and in this tutorial I'm going to be showing you how to make this little bracelet right here. This bracelet, as far as I know, is my own original design, and it is called the Vegetable Garden bracelet. This bracelet is just a really simple and quick and easy bracelet to make, and yeah, it's nothing really awesome, but anyway, I'm going to be showing you how to make it. And to make it, you will need a hook. Any hook will work. This is a hook-only design. You will need clips. You will need one clip for each section of the bracelet. It also says down in the description, but anyway. You'll need multiple clips for this design, and you'll need one clip for each section of the bracelet. Then, you're also going to need rubber bands, and there are 3 groups. And I'll explain what each group is. The A group, the A rubber bands, they are these cap bands here in the very middle of each section. They are brown in the example. The B rubber bands are going to be the little vegetables, so the mango yellow bands here in the example. And then the C rubber bands, they are going to be kind of the leaves, or whatever you would call these. I guess they would be leaves. And they are these little slip knots here in the example. And yeah, also the B and C color rubber bands are going to be doubled, which means you have 2 instead of 1. So that's just another thing to note. But anyway, go ahead down in the description. It will tell you how many bands you'll need for each section of the bracelet, and also how long each section is. And what I have right here is actually big enough to fit around my wrist, so you really won't need that many bands for this thing. But yeah, so go ahead and use the pause button to get the supplies you'll need, and we're gonna go ahead and get started. Alright. So, to begin, we're going to need our hook and all the rubber bands we'll need to make one section of the bracelet. Okay. So, first we're going to start with an A color rubber band, and that is going to be that cap band in the middle of the section. And well, we're going to make this A color rubber band into a cap band here on our hook. So to do that, you're just going to take the rubber band, put it on your hook like so, then twist the rubber band while it's on your hook, and the new shape that you create that's not on your hook, you're going to put it on your hook. So you should end up with something like this here on your hook. That's your cap band. Now what you're going to do is get 2 B color rubber bands. These are going to be the little kind of vegetable things here, the mango yellow. You're going to get 2 B color rubber bands and put them on your hook like this. And you're going to slide the cap band onto these 2 new B color bands. And once the cap band's on there, you're going to put the other end of the new rubber bands onto your hook. And there you go. Now you're going to need to get 2 of your C color rubber bands, which will be like the little leaves on top. And you're just going to put them onto your hook the same way. Then you're going to put all of these B color rubber bands that are on your hook right now onto these 2 new C color rubber bands. Slide those on there. And once they're on, you're going to put the other end of the new C color rubber bands onto your hook. And what we're going to do is we're going to make them into a slip knot. And to do that, you're just going to grab these 2 little loops over here that are furthest away from the actual hook part of your hook. So these 2 here. You're going to grab them and just pull them off and over your hook like so. And then these two little loops here, make sure they stay on your hook. And once you've pulled the other two off, you're going to kind of give a tug on the two remaining loops so that you can tighten your slip knot. Might need to do a little adjusting. Alright, so once you've given your slip knots there, or those C-color bands a little tug, you can take them off of your hook, and then this little part of the bracelet should be fine. And now what we're going to do is we're going to make the other side. So, to do that, you're going to put the cap band back on your hook, and also make sure this side, so when you put the cap band back on your hook, make sure, so there's two sides, okay, gosh, so there's two sides of the bracelet. There's this side here where the slip knot is splitting into two parts, kind of like that, and then the other side where the slip knot is just this one band that's going horizontally across like this. You're going to want that side, the side with the one horizontal band of the slip knot there, you're going to want that to be facing away, like so. You're going to want it facing away from your hook. And then the two ends to be facing like this way. So here's the front. So here's the actual part of your hook. You're going to want it to be like this. It's hard to explain for some reason. But anyway, that's how you're going to want to put those bands on there. Anyway, now what we're going to do is we're going to get two B-color rubber bands again. That's the actual little vegetable part. You're going to put them on your hook like so. Slide the cap band onto these two new rubber bands, and then put the other end of the new bands onto your hook like this. Then you're going to get two C-color rubber bands, which will be the little leaves, and you're going to put them on your hook like so. And once they're on there, you're going to get these two B-color rubber bands that were already on your hook, slide them onto the two new C-color rubber bands. Once they're on there, you can put the other end of the new B-color or C-color rubber bands onto your hook. And now we're going to make these rubber bands here that we just added into a slip knot. Alright, so to do that, you're going to grab these two little loops here that are furthest away from the actual part of your hook, so these two here. You're going to grab them, pull them off and over your hook. Make sure the other two little loops that were closest to the actual part of your hook, make sure they stay on. And then once you let go of the other two loops that you just pulled off, you're going to give the remaining two loops here on your hook a tug, tightening the slip knot. And once you think you've tightened the slip knots enough, you can take those bands, those little loops off of your hook. And now you should have the first section of your bracelet. And also, the slip knots should look the same on both sides of the bracelet. So on this side, the slip knots are both splitting into two different little parts, kind of. And then on the other side, they're both the little line, single line right there. Right. Once you've done that, you can go ahead and get one of your clips. I'm using this colored one here. You're going to get one of your clips and you're going to attach it to the slip knots on one side of this section. So now you have something like this. And now what we're going to do is we're going to make another section of the bracelet. So you're going to need to get the same number of rubber bands you got before. And we're going to do the same thing again. So this is the last time I'll explain how to make the bracelet, or explain how to make a section of the bracelet. And then after this, I'm just going to make the last section I need. And yeah, I'm not going to explain the next time, I'll just show you. So anyway, what you're going to do is you're going to get an A color rubber band first. This is going to be a cap band. So you're going to need to make it a cap band. And to do that, you put the rubber band on your hook like so. And while it's on your hook, you're going to twist the rubber band. Oops. And this new shape that you create, oh my goodness, that you create that's not there on your hook right now, you're going to go ahead and put it on your hook. Now you should have something like this. Once you do, you're going to get two B color rubber bands, and they're going to be the actual little vegetable part. And you're going to get two B color rubber bands and put them on your hook, just like this. Then you're going to slide this A color cap band onto the two new B color bands. Once it's on there, you're going to put the other end of the two new B color bands onto your hook, just like this. Then you're going to get two C color rubber bands, and they're going to be the little leafy part. You're going to put them on your hook, just like this. And you're going to slide these B color rubber bands that are already on your hook onto the two new C color rubber bands. And once they're on there, you can put the other end of the new bands onto your hook, just like this. And now, what we're going to do is we're going to make these C color rubber bands we just added into slip knots. Alright. Gosh, my nose is itchy. Sorry about that. Anyway. So to make these C color bands into slip knots, what you're going to do is you're going to take these two loops here that are furthest away from the actual hook part of your hook, so these two here. You're going to grab those and pull them off and over your hook like that. And then these other two loops, you're going to just leave them there, make sure they stay on your hook. And once you've let go of the other two loops that you took off your hook, you're going to give the remaining two C color bands that are on your hook a tug, tightening the slip knot. There we go. And once you think the slip knots are tight enough, you can take the loop off of your hook. And now you have one side of the section you need for the bracelet. So, now we need to make the other side of this section. And to do that, you're going to put this cap band here on your hook. And make sure the side of the slip knot, where it's just one single little line, make sure that's facing away from your hook. So make sure it's like this. So here's the actual part of your hook, and then this side should be facing like that. If you hold your hook like this, it should look like, the slip knot should look like this. Alright. Anyway, now what we're going to do is we're going to get two more B color rubber bands and put them on our hook, just like this. Then we're going to slide this A color cap band onto the two new B color bands. Once it's on there, you're going to put the other end of these two B color bands onto your hook. Then, once you've got that, you're going to get these two C color rubber bands that you're going to need, and they're going to be the leafy part. You're going to put them both on your hook, just like this. And then these two B color rubber bands that were already on your hook, you're going to slide them onto the new C color bands. And then once those are on there, you're going to put the other end of the two new C color bands onto your hook, just like that. And now we're going to make the C color rubber bands into slip knots. So, what we're going to go ahead and do is grab this side of these two C-color bands furthest away from the actual hook part of your hook. So these two here. You're going to grab them and pull them off and over your hook just like this. Make sure the other two loops that were closest to the actual part of your hook, make sure they're still on there. And then once you let go of the other two loops that you just pulled off your hook, you're going to give the remaining layers here on your hook a tug, tightening the slip knot. And you may need to adjust the slip knot a little bit. Right? And once you think the loops are tight enough, you can take them off of your hook. I still need to. There we go. And now you should have finished this second section of the bracelet. And make sure the slip knots look the same on both sides of this section. Right, mine do. And once that's true for you, you can get another clip and attach it to one side of the second section you made. So get one clip and attach it to one side. And then to attach another part of the, or another section of this bracelet, you're going to get the clip of another section and attach it to the other side of the new section. And then make sure you can get your, and then make sure the slip knots all look the same on one side of the bracelet. So make sure they all look the same. Yep. And then you can go ahead and continue and make as many more sections that you need to finish off the bracelet for yourself. So I just need to make one more to finish the bracelet off for me. So I'm just going to go ahead and make it. I'm not going to explain how you continue or how you make each section again because it's really simple. But if you still need me to show you or anything, just go back a couple minutes in the tutorial where I do explain how you do that. But yeah, I'm going to go ahead and make the last section that I need. Use the pause button if you need to. Alright, so I've already finished the last section that I need. It almost hasn't even been a minute. It's really that quick and easy to make, but anyway. So now I have the last section that I need for my bracelet, and I'm going to go ahead and show you how you close this thing off. So you're going to need to attach this new clip that you added to your new section onto this side of the bracelet that does not have a clip on it yet. Just like that. Then make sure all of your slip knots look the same when on one side of your bracelet. Alright, mine do. And once you've checked that, you're going to take this clip here that only has 2 rubber bands on it right now, and is only attached to one end of your bracelet, you're going to take it and attach it to this end of the bracelet that does not have any clips on it. So to make it easier for yourself, what I like to do is put my fingers in the loop like this, and then put the clip on. That's just to make it easier. But anyway, once you get the clip on that other end of the bracelet, now you have finished your bracelet. So now what you can do is put it on, and bam. So as you can see here, I am now wearing my vegetable garden bracelet, and hopefully you are as well. I guess it's time for the outro now. So I would like to thank you for watching my tutorial. Hopefully it showed you how to make the very simple and easy vegetable garden bracelet successfully, and hopefully now you're wearing your bracelet and enjoying it, and you're probably gonna, and maybe you'll make a couple more since they're really easy to make. But yeah, that's pretty much it for this tutorial, and that's all I have to say, other than thanks for watching, and bye!